how to deal with a conflict at work via email. Hello everybody, Tom here. I hope you're well. I want to talk today about how to professionally deal with somebody at work who's perhaps crossing your boundaries, and that being via email. There's a few things you've got to remember here. One is that anything that's written is legally binding. It cannot be taken back because it is there forever. So if you're about to prepare an email about somebody or a situation, make sure you choose your language very carefully, because there is no going back once you've sent it. It's out there and it's it. Even if you delete it, even if you try and recall it, there's a strong possibility that person will have a copy of your email. So bear that in mind when you're about to send something, okay? First thing to remember is you can't use personal language. You can't be singling an individual out for the behaviour. You need to be a little bit careful and creative with the way that you do this, okay? You have to talk about it as a team thing, not as an individual against another individual. By doing that, there's no personalisation, there's no personal vendetta hinted. Therefore, that situation cannot escalate against you, even if your main gripe is with somebody that is particularly doing this, okay? Don't make it personal, because that's a whole can of worms you don't want to have to handle, okay? Secondly, be assertive, but don't be too aggressive in the way that you clap back. And I say clap back, what you need to do is to sort of come across that the behaviour of that particular people or group is not acceptable. You don't accept it or like it, but what you can't do is get into a slanging match, okay? Don't be using capital letters, don't be using exclamation marks. It's okay to be a bit passive aggressive, because that's better than showing no sort of tone to it at all. But remember, this is a professional place and a professional space, and you need to be very careful in how you do this, okay? Aggression will probably result in a trip to HR, which you're not going to want, particularly if your intention is to try and resolve the issue at the ground level. You don't want it to escalate, so be very careful what tone and how you word it to come off not too aggressive or personal. Thirdly, very important point as well, always end with a constructive or a positive message, okay? Even if you're not happy with a certain behaviour of an individual or somebody in a group, or the group behaviour, you have to make it sound like the best way forward is that we all win. It's not about scoring points or trying to, turn the situation in your favour totally. It is about what is best for the business, because at the end of the day, you're all there to work and work together. I would emphasise that you put the team element into the email and twist it to your advantage by saying this is about the team, and it is about the team, because ultimately we have to work with people we don't like, we have to work with people we don't always get on with, we have to work with people who perhaps have a different way of doing things to what you do. Make sure you put it back on that being about the team and ultimately what's best for the business going forward. This change of behaviour, this change of approach will benefit us as a group, as a business, because XYZ. Do that and there should be no issues. I'm telling you this because I have recently had to stand up for my beliefs in my workplace. A situation kept occurring with another colleague, and I could see that was upsetting my colleague who I work with, who works very hard and very long, like myself. She doesn't deserve that, and I couldn't help I had to step in. I had to feel that I had to make a stand, because I had to make a stand because for me, slagging each other off on an email is very unprofessional and should not happen in the workplace. That should have been left in the playground years ago. So I sent an email the other day discussing my concerns about the behaviour and what they were doing, highlighted how it wasn't acceptable, and then amicably closed with, this would be better for us all if we do it this way. And since doing so, the behaviour has stopped. So, as they say, the pen is mightier than the sword, or in this case, the keyboard. But I ain't no keyboard warrior. What I am is somebody that wants to work in an environment that's productive and where we can all work towards a common goal. And the point was, I was making that person know that by behaving in this particular way, we are deviating from that, and we will not get the production value, shall we say, from everybody. Guys, this is my third and final video of the week. I want to say thank you all ever so much for listening. I really appreciate your time and energy spent on my channel. Thank you kindly. Third and final video, as I said, please put down in the comment section below, what's your take on this? Are you somebody that at work will stand up for yourself, stand up for your colleagues? Do you stand up on your principles? Do you call out those whose behaviour is perhaps a bit toxic and a little counterproductive? Because I think that we need to do this. We can't have a workplace, an environment where people are frightened and people are scared of repercussions when somebody is doing something in an incorrect way. We need to be brave enough to go, actually, that's not right, and you need to stop that. When someone's boundaries being crossed, we need to make sure we step up and go, no, I'm not having that. And that's what I did. And my supervisor stroke manager has already seen the email. There's no repercussions for me because I've done everything absolutely right, and that's what we have to do. Please, 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 if you would, consider hitting that subscribe button down below. It'd be really great. And if you consider giving me a thumbs up and a like, that'd be really wonderful as well. Thank you very much. And let's hear that bell sign go ding dong so you know my next content's out. I will be back in a couple of days with another set of videos next week. But until then, please take care of yourselves, and bye for now.